What's up, YouTube boxing communities? My Mr. Universe Sports. I'm back. I'm about to cover my post-fight thoughts about that Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. versus Andy Lee fight, and I just want to say this: as long as you can make the weight, as long as you can make the weight, you should fight at that division. I mean, that's another video that I'm gonna make about same day weigh-ins. But you know, that's another debate argument. But I'm just here to cover the post-fight thoughts, what I thought about this fight. Good fight overall, but certain Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. or JCC Jr. looked pretty good in the fight. He worked the body, and he just outmanned Andy Lee. And here's the main points that I discovered. The good points about JCC Jr. He worked the inside pretty well. He constantly landed the left hook up top, and obviously Andy Lee had no stop for it. And he used his size, and that's the most important thing. Roy Jones even said this a few fights ago, is that back in the day at 175, when he fought in the 100 lightweight division, he'll make 175 and go up to 185, 188 all of a sudden. And that way he could be bigger and stronger than the other fighter. And I think that's what Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is doing. Is it fair? Maybe, but as long as he can make, like as I said in my first argument, as long as he can make the official weigh-in, he's fine. Second, and the last but not least, he worked the body. You kill the body, you kill the head eventually. And with that size and strength advantage of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., well, if you have the advantage, why not use your strength advantage? And that's what he did in the fight. The only thing I didn't like what Chavez Jr. did was he was clowning in the 5th round, taking shots that he didn't have to. Like Andre Ward said, those shots will take a lot of years off your life eventually. And the shots that he allowed Lee, like, hit me, you can't hurt me anyway. It may not hurt him now, but it will affect him later in life. And Chavez Jr. should be clowning around and says, hit me, like doing this, like hit me. He shouldn't do that. He should always, in boxing, it's always hit, and avoid being hit. Now, here's what I liked about Andy Lee early, and I think that other fighters should do this, especially if you're a taller middleweight fighting against Chavez Jr. Obviously, Andy Lee is 6'2", and he used his height and reach advantage early in the fight. But unfortunately, you know, he could overcome the size advantage and the strength advantage of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. when you're having a naturally big middleweight at 6 feet tall just walk through your punches. And they didn't do the unofficial weigh-in, but no doubt Julio Cesar Chavez was 180 pounds, and Andy Lee looked about like 165, 168 going into the fight. And if you're 180, 185 pounds, you can absorb those punches a lot better than if you were a smaller guy, obviously. And things I didn't like about Andy Lee was that he had no answer for the left hook earlier in the fight. To avoid a hook shot, obviously you use distance or you keep your hand up. Or you feint, and that way you avoid the left hook. But Andy Lee didn't do that. And to me, Andy Lee looks a little bit robotic out there at times and stiff. And I know that's the European style at times, but Andy Lee could be a little bit more fluid. And maybe he wasn't blessed with athleticism, but he needs to go back to the gym and learn how to block a left hook and work on using his distance and the jab in the fight. If he would have used his distance and the jab, he would have won the fight. And he got baited, and Andy Lee also got baited in fighting Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.'s fight, which is fight inside. Even Mansour told him, you don't gotta fight inside, just use your jab and work on the outside. And Andy Lee didn't do that, unfortunately, and he got knocked out in the 7th round. And correct me if I'm wrong, another thing I didn't like about Andy Lee was, in order to stop a power puncher, sometimes you gotta work the body. If you work the body, you kill the steam off the punches. And obviously, Andy Lee didn't do that. If Andy Lee would have did that, maybe he wouldn't have got knocked out in the 7th round. And obviously, I don't have the official stats, but it looked to me Andy Lee threw no body shots, and that's not good. You gotta work body and head, like Roy Jones said, body-head combinations. That way, they'll keep your opponent off balance, and you will know what you're doing, and you can implement your game plan even better. Now, people said that this was Julio Cesar Chavez's Jr. best win, and it was, but unfortunately, and I look at my Reading magazine right now, if you look at the fighters, he's only fought one fighter in the top 10 in the Ring magazine, and that's just Sebastian Zibic. Obviously, they're talking about matching him against Sergio Martinez, but personally, right now, I think Martinez will beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And if they're talking about moving Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. up, and I think I read this on BoxingScene.com or another website, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think Andre Ward beats him. A good fight would probably be for Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. at 168. If he chooses to move up, will be him and Lucien Boutte. That'd be a pretty good fight, and at 168 pounds. But we'll find out. We'll find out pretty soon or later. And you never know with these Bob Arum fights. That you know. So this is your boy, Mr. Universal Sports. Comment, rate, or subscribe, and I'm out. Peace. Later.